I think we're live. Oh, there are already 4 people waiting here. But there's a lag, so I think. But yeah, hi guys, welcome to. I think it's sort of our first live stream.
I guess. And
Happy New Year.
hopefully.
Yeah, and I hope everyone's safe and healthy. But yeah. Yeah, first live stream sort of in this sort of format. I've done live panels and like the Among Us live stream thingy, but never really communicating like or interacting with you guys. But yeah, we just wanted to like have a little sit down chat about last year and the upcoming year and just say hi to you guys. So yeah, how are you all doing?
Well, we could just start by maybe talking a bit about last year.
Yeah.
Because, well, we started off pretty good with, for us...
Oh, there we are. Hi, guys.
The costume market. It promised to be a good year.
I think, yeah.
Or we
had the New Year's Ball first.
Yeah, the New Year's Ball in Ghent. Yeah. We started off so naive, thinking it would be another year filled with events.
Yes. But so we had the New Year's Ball, which is usually the first weekend of January.
Yeah.
And hey Mirta. Yeah, we had the New Year's Eve ball, and that was supposed to be the last time that ball was organized. And it was supposed to be a masked ball. The irony, not knowing that it was going to be like the very last ball of the actual year, and that probably the rest of the year we're going to be wearing masks.
Yeah, kind of a look into the future. I guess they didn't know.
I think it was a sign. Yeah, so we had that ball, and it was pretty epic as usually. Atelier Nostalgia, Mirta was there as well, if you've seen the video. And I think then it was the market.
Yeah, we were lucky with the market because it was just before this whole thing happened.
Yeah, I think a week after the market happened.
It was like, lockdown.
We're done. Yeah. And actually this year was supposed to have a lot of events and things in store. We were supposed to organize our own ball this year. And hi guys, hi Serena. And Fanny, hi. Fanny was at the market, right? I think so. Yeah, you are at the market. Yeah, we were supposed to organize our first ball this year. We were supposed to go to last year. I'm still in 2020 mindset. I'm still in March for some reason, but yeah, and we were supposed to go to Orlando, to Walt Disney World, and
for our holiday vacation.
We were supposed to go to another 1830s Soiree weekend in England, where we met Serena last year, and we were supposed to go to the 25th, 35th, like an anniversary ball of Cornette Ball in France, which didn't happen because, stuff happened. I was supposed to go to the very last, my very last Supernatural convention in Rome, which I've vlogged about a few times. So yeah, we started off strong, but
it all went downhill pretty quick.
Yes. Yeah, and for this year, who knows? We have hopes, but we're also trying to be realistic.
Yeah, I think event-wise, I hope we're at least able to do a socially distant picnic again.
Yes.
Like, that would be probably the minimum thing we could do.
Oh, Desiree's here. Hi, Desiree. Yeah, which is, by the way, also organized. Well, not also, but it's organized by Meerte from Atelier Nostalgie. Nostalgia, sorry. And hi, Gwen. Gwen was there. Desiree was there. A lot of our friends were there. Yeah, we really miss you guys. I miss hanging out with you guys and goofing around. Yeah, so probably like a social distance picnic might be the first, if the weather permits it, a thing that might be a first thing that we're gonna try. As we're not, like with bowls, you actually have to have physical contact with other people, and touch and be like in close proximity. So
and it's often inside, and that's also often a problem.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I think also that because there were no events this year, well, last year, I struggled a lot with getting content for you guys. So I sort of was left to making more, like basically sewing videos, and they take a lot of work because not only are you sewing and working on your project, you also have to think like setting up camera shots and camera angles and make sure you document everything and you explain everything, and then you have to do the whole editing thing. So like I was producing weekly videos, sewing videos, and that's just got a little bit the best of me.
Yeah.
Hence we're now doing ones every other week. If it permits. I didn't, to be honest, I didn't have something prepared for this week. Hence, we're doing a live stream because, and I thought it was the right occasion, as it being the new year and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Well, seeing that, well, I'm not really the content creator here on our channel.
He's usually more like the camera guy.
Well, yeah, I do a lot of the filming when we're at events. That's a bit my role within the channel. But
you're the vlogger.
I'm the vlogger of the channel.
Yeah.
And
I think that was more born out of the fact that you have a longer arm.
Yeah, because it's always like I'm holding camera and it's like, yeah, we can. That works.
Yeah. And you're taller, so we get a little bit of a better shot. So that was sort of born out of that. But I do basically all the editing work, and
she does the rest.
And I do the rest and stuff, and the social media, and yeah. How are your projects going?
Well, I've got one big project for this. Well, I started it last year. My main project. I'm making a Star Wars inspired robot / droid costume, and yeah, because we don't have anything else to do, we can't go anywhere. So for me, I've had a lot of time to work on that.
Yeah.
And normally speaking, the project I'm working now is, I would probably take a couple of years on it because.
Well, that's sort of the way you work, right? You don't work with a deadline. You just work whenever and see whenever it's finished, and then
and I work on, like, I pick it up and I'm like, oh, now I'm in the mood to work on it, and I'm doing bits and pieces. Yeah. And then when I'm not in the mood, I just do other stuff. Mostly play video games, but yeah,
that's a little bit of like the opposite way of working.
Yeah, I have to
have a deadline.
For me, I've been very productive this year because also, more time because nothing else, nothing else. So, and this year I also did, of course, a lot of working from home because, COVID, and luckily my work permits that I work from home.
Yeah.
So. Last year, 2020, 90% of the time I worked, maybe 95% of the time I worked from home, so no commuting. So I got extra free time, and like, oh, I'm done, close laptop, set it aside and do something else. So often I just put my laptop to the side and turn around to my desk, to my work desk, and start tinkering on my costume.
Yeah. And besides that, we've also been, as we were still in the aftermath of what Secret Santa brought last year. We sort of, well, not we, but I mean we as in the costumers. We created this community, and that couldn't have come at a better time, with everyone stuck at home and in need of online friends and stuff. So that I mean got us busy as well. You got pretty involved too. You did a panel.
Yeah. That's something maybe still to be picked up, because because the problem kind of with the panel was that, okay, we had a lot of fun doing it. It was very interesting, and I personally enjoyed it, and we got so many reactions online from everyone, and the main problem with that was that nobody really took ownership of the panel. Like, the thought was like,
it kept in the it stayed in the air.
Yeah. Because it wasn't really owned by someone. Someone has to pull the cart, as we say, and everyone was still kind of busy with their own thing. So
plus you guys are scattered over the world with different time zones.
Yeah. Also,
so it was like either one of you guys had to do it like in the middle of the night. I think.
Yeah, we talked.
Matthew was at like 2 a.m. I think.
Yeah, well, afterwards we talked about it. What we might be able to do was like make it a monthly thing, or maybe even do sort of a podcast or something, but kind of rotate with participants. So everyone could join in when they felt like, or when they were able to.
Right.
So
yeah, and I mean there are more men in the community.
To be honest, I've not been very active in the community at the moment, because the community grew so hard.
Yeah.
Like it exploded, and if you're not actively involved,
it gets overwhelming.
Yeah, it gets like when I open the Discord app, it's like in one channel like 50 plus messages, and I'm like, oh god, and there are so many new people that I'm kind of overwhelmed with it. I'm really hard with remembering names of people. It's like,
even if their names are just shown, but remembering who they actually are. Probably.
Just linking a name to a face. I'm really good with faces. I can, like, if I see someone, I almost recognize them very quickly. Like maybe even if it's like a couple of years later, like, oh, you're
that person.
You're a person I've seen before.
Yeah.
But then linking a name linking a name to that face is really hard. For example, I've worked. Well, last year I started working in a new company.
Yeah.
And I've worked about 8 years at a different company before, and I'm like already after a year, like most of the names are already forgotten. Like
yeah, but it doesn't help that you worked from home, so you haven't seen many faces of the people.
No, but I mean my old colleagues.
Oh, you mean your old colleagues?
My old I don't know. Most of them are like, if I don't interact with them regularly, then their names are like, my brain is then like a sieve, and it's just like, oh, you don't need those names.
Yeah.
And that for me that doesn't help with a ginormous community that exploded in numbers.
Yeah, it got very overwhelming, and I had to step away from it actually for my own mental health because
that fireplace is so warm.
Yeah. So I've talked about this in a video, like in, was it March or April, I think, that just a real quick recap. I'm on the autism spectrum. I've been battling with depression for a few years and several burnouts. I quit my job, blah, 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 blah. I'm still trying to work through that. And then on top of that, the whole pandemic and the whole dumpster fire of the world was added to that. In the meantime, so I'm on partial sick leave. I did find a new job, which was also added to sort of the reason of stepping back because it became too much. I was doing YouTube. I was doing a lot of things in the community. I set up the costume guide on Instagram. That was a daily work, and putting out videos every week, and then the community, and it just got too much, and I just had to, for my own mental health, I had to step back, and I was like, sorry guys. Yeah. I'm still in contact with quite a big group of it, mostly like from the early beginning. But yeah, mental health is still a big thing for me, and
Fragile.
I'm fragile. It comes in waves, and I want to be very open about it and make it discussable, and show the world what it can also look like, because it's never the same and it's not standard in every person or whatever. So yeah. And what else this year? What are the plans for? Yeah, you said you're working on a new Star Wars costume.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I want to finish it this year, somewhere this year. That's
your deadline.
That's my personal goal, and I think it's doable for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because also, I think for at least the next couple of months, probably half year, we probably still won't have any true events. They only started like vaccinating some people over here.
Yeah,
like
we are probably way down the list.
So before anything really happens, it'll take months. So
yeah,
maybe in the summer somewhere, some stuff might start to happen. But
that's what I'm like project wise struggling with, because I am a person that needs deadlines to work towards, and with no events that have the deadline to work towards and make the costumes for, I'm sort of lacking motivation to start a new project.
It's also that the events make content, because for you it's, we got a certain event, maybe we need new costumes. You can make content
so they're
making
all
the costume
woven together.
Yeah.
So the events that we go to sort of determine what kind of costumes we need if we don't already have them. And then that sort of gives that. It sounds maybe crazy, but the events that we go to sort of determine our timeline or our agenda of the year.
Yeah.
Maybe sounds weird, but
well,
because so
normally speaking, if we didn't have COVID, we'd go like to 2 events in a month, maybe.
During high season.
During high season, so at least 1 event a season, per month.
Yeah.
At least. It could be simple outings to balls, festivals, whatever.
That we already have stuff for.
Yeah.
Usually.
But it also helps creating content, because going to events is just filming and then pasting everything together.
Vlogging videos are so much more easier to edit and get out there than, as I mentioned earlier, filming projects and how I make them. Like just before Christmas or New Year's, I made a new skirt for myself, and because I've already done like the 3-part series on the waistband, the pockets, and the pleats, I thought there's no point really in filming this and putting this out there, because I already made the script previously. So that was just like doubling content and stuff. So, but it was sort of surprisingly weird, but nice to not think about setting up camera shots and just have like Netflix on while sewing and just don't think about and just like have my brain to zero and just do stuff. And I actually kind of miss that, to be honest.
Yeah, the weird thing for me was also, even though we couldn't do anything, it also had for me a bit of like a liberation that I was able to do my own thing, even the limited things I was able to do. It's hard to explain, because there is no agenda. No agenda means I can fill in however I wanted it.
We don't have to plan around things or events and stuff.
Yeah, but
I guess.
So like for the coming weekend, what am I going to do? Well, we're not going anywhere. So what am I going to do? I'm going to do stuff I feel like doing. So mostly play video games and work on my costume.
Yeah.
And I can, when I'm done, done playing video games, I just go do something else, probably work on my costume.
Yeah. Speaking of gaming, that's something I've sort of picked up this year. You guys might have seen the live stream we did from Among Us. And Morgan from Morgan Donner, obviously, and Stephanie from the Lady Dentel, we sort of started playing Sea of Thieves, and that sort of became like a weekly or maybe multiple times a week, just escaping, looting some islands and pirate treasure and stuff, and that sort of enrolled in like a mini community within the costume thing. And I really like that even though it's not costume related, we found another sort of platform to connect upon, or
I think it's
to bond over.
It's socializing.
Yeah.
And but you're doing an activity, even it's a virtual activity because it's a video game, but you're still doing something you enjoy doing.
It requires less spoons than like one-on-one socializing, because you're doing the community you do has a purpose, and you have to communicate with each other. Hi, Anna. Yeah, and I really like that, and I'm looking forward to more pirating adventures and discovering more games, and maybe do more live streams, although that's not the regular content that we put out. But yeah,
I think that for me, the main change for me this year was having no events and no social things. Like we didn't have any birthday parties, no get-togethers, whatever. But on one hand, I'm missing that, because you lack face-to-face contact with your friends. But I regularly game with my best my best friends. So I'm not lacking the social contact that much.
That didn't change for you.
No.
Yeah, and for me, I got my social interactions I got from all the events. Like I'm an introvert, and I like to like stay at home and be like a
Your bubble.
in my bubble. And socializing do cost a lot of spoons for me, but going to events and see my friends with whom I can be completely myself and don't have to think about the whole society
the norms outside
and stuff, and I can just be my complete self. That actually generates spoons. So yeah, I'm after an event, I'm exhausted for a week or 2 weeks, but I also have gained spoons while like going to work or like birthday parties or whatever parties,
like
social, sorry, I can't speak. Family gatherings or whatever, the balance is not the same. So they usually cost more spoons than that they generate. While with going to events, it's the other way around. And those events sort of for me cost a mental boost to make it for the next few weeks. And without those boosts this year, yeah, it's been a real struggle. And yeah, I can't wait to dance on the dance floor again and see my friends, especially my French friends. I saw someone someone here in the chat that's from France. Hello, Marie-Laure. Yeah, I hope we can go back to France again soon and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, when we can go back to having a ball.
Having a ball at a ball.
Yeah, at a ball. That hopefully I'm not like forgetting all the dance moves.
Well, that's a dance master. That's what the dance master for. Yeah.
Well, like, oh god, what do I do?
Yeah. Well.
So yeah, that's what I'm.
It will be out. It will be like muscle memory, I think.
Hopefully.
Yeah. I did see a question pop up, by the way.
Oh, it's been on the top.
Marin asks, do you have any tips on getting materials in the Netherlands? I can buy things from Brilliant Throwage because shipping is $20. Well, it all depends on what kind of materials you're looking for. And where you're located in the Netherlands, because shipping is pretty. Usually, I don't really like ordering online because I want to feel and touch and see the fabric in real life. I do have a lot of people ask me this though. I have it here. Where is it? This one. So I order my silks from Germany, and it's a company called Fucotex. And I've got this color chart. So I actually have the color and the fabric samples right here. Which makes ordering a lot easier. Nicholas. Hey, Nicholas is here. Yay. Yeah, basically that's I think the only sort of fabric that I buy online. But I do have color chart here. Linen thread. Okay. I don't know actually because I'm a barbarian and I don't use linen thread. I think I don't think she's here, but Yule Thijsse probably will know where to get linen thread. But yeah, for like other materials, there's in Utrecht there's a fabric market every Saturday morning. Oh, okay. Mirte knows. Thank you, Mirte. There's a fabric market in Utrecht, and there's one guy that is now every other week because of the COVID. I don't think there are markets right now, but usually he's there either every week or every other week. And I call him the wool guy. Oh, yeah. He sells, he's actually the only guy that sells wool and tweed all year round. And I've got, I bought this beautiful wool from him a couple of weeks ago before lockdown, which I'm making into an Edwardian walking skirt, and which is basically, I'm actually wearing one right now. Can't really see it, but yeah, so that's Lex, and Lex. He is my wool supplier. And yeah, usually I try to take advantage of whenever we travel. So I go to the French in Paris. There's the fabric district near the is it the Sacré-Cœur? I forgot.
Ask our French friends.
Yeah, so they have like a shop that buys all the leftover fabrics from all the fashion houses. So Tommy Hilfiger and whatever, I don't know, all the like they sell a lot of wools. We bought a lot of wool for your suits there.
For a good price also.
Yeah, good prices and stuff. Yeah, Sacré-Cœur. There you go. Yeah, Sacré-Cœur. And deze is called Rietveld. And I think he's on, was it the uneven weeks of the year he stands on in Utrecht. So, and then what else? Yeah, I usually go to Amsterdam to the local shops. Yes, le gentleman de tissues. Exactement. D'accord. Yeah. And that's basically it where I get my fabrics. Oh, I figured this out from a tip from someone else, from a follower. If you're ever in Rome, I should look up the address. There's one shop which is sort of hidden away because when you're just on the street, it looks like a linen shop, like they sell like tablecloths and bed sheets and whatever. But if you go up the stairs, there's this hidden treasure cove of fabrics. Like it's a humongous warehouse, and I think it's also like a fire hazard because if there's a fire that breaks out there, you're dead. But there's a huge shop in Rome that sells like beautiful silks and wools and cottons and linens. And my plan was to go when I was supposed to go last year to Rome to sell a lot of to buy a lot of fabrics, but I'll have to wait until I get back to Rome. But yeah, try if you're traveling when you're allowed to travel. Try looking up wherever it is you're going, where there are fabric shops, and who knows, you find hidden treasures. Oh, and we go to, oh gosh, I'm having a brain fart right now. In Paris to the antique area.
Yeah, this is a whole area with an antique market.
Oh, I'm trying to come up with the name. But there are, it's like what you have in America, like the antique malls, but this is like sort of outside. And there's one area that have like, that sells a lot of like haberdasheries, like antique lace and like shifts and shirts and ribbons and fabrics. And yeah, whenever we go to Paris, we usually stop by at the antique district and like the fabric district and stuff. And it's great for accessories like gloves, jewelry, all the
hats.
Hats. Yeah.
I got my top hat there.
Yeah.
And that was a lucky find because I have a weird head, like small like this, but
you have a very oval head.
Long like this, and it's a nightmare to get hats that fit.
Usually when we find a hat that is your not circumcised.
Circumcised.
Yeah. Like, but then they are like too tight here, but he has like
you can stick your hands.
Yeah, because they're too round for his face or his head. So yeah, we found one that is not in the greatest. Yeah, exactly. Nicholas knows. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my hat problem. Yeah. So I definitely still need a boater hat.
Yeah, a good one. Marin says, thank you so much. I don't know. I don't travel that much though, especially not to big cities. If you have other friends that are also, if you have other sewing friends, you can also combine shipping. That's something that I do with friends sometimes. And then you can save a little bit on shipping and probably import taxes. If you do want to order from abroad, like usually it's only America, but now with whole Brexit, if you want to order from England as well, yeah, I do get a lot of this. I did get a lot of stuff from England as well.
Oh God, I just remember. I'm really glad that I bought the the
Kilt fabric.
my kilt fabric.
Oh my god.
Oh god, that stuff was expensive.
Yeah. That's a future project that's on the list. Actually, I have a minimum of 2 projects for Melchior. That's a kilt, a Scottish kilt, and a frock coat. I'm hoping that I will get to it this year. No promises made, but
Who knows?
Yeah. Oh, Anna has a straw hat dealer in Transylvania.
Ooh.
Oh. What?
€4.
€4 a piece. Anna, you've been keeping this from us?
Are you not missing a zero?
That can be €4.
Or, I don't know.
But
yeah,
thank you, Joanna.
Share the link.
Share the link. Yeah. I see. Marilo says the Le Marché aux Puces.
I like have a pile of hats.
So is the Le Marché aux Puces, is that the Oh, you're talking probably about the antique area. So the one, it's like near the Périphérique. Oh gosh, any other day I can.
You can look it up.
I can look it.
Because we have a medical device.
Yes.
€4. Wow.
Really?
Crap. He lives in a small village.
Yeah, it's Marché Vernazon. It's Saint-Ouen. That's it, Saint-Ouen. That we really go to.
They have also like this whole covered area, and this is one shop that, or is it like a combined shop with all the antique clothing?
Are you talking to me? Sorry.
Yeah. Also.
What's the antique?
With the antique clothing.
Yeah, there's a guy, and he's like up. I think he's in the Marché Dauphine, and he's upstairs, and he's a collector of vintage and antique clothing. So you can find. I think that would be like a treasure trove for Abby. You can find antique clothing there, and shoes and accessories and stuff. He's a bit, well, I say on the pricey side. He asked realistic prices. I mean, they are antique and stuff you can find in museums. Usually,
it's a lot of money, but it's probably all, you said, realistically priced. So,
yeah. But there are also shops there in Saint-Ouen that like these beautiful black Victorian capes with like lots of beadwork and lace and stuff and silk linings for just €200. I mean,
is the stream frozen for me?
Let's see.
I don't know.
Yeah. So Marilo, there's a lot. I think there's like a really big area with different sort of market sections at the Périphérique. But we usually go to the Vernazon and the Dauphine. Bulk order, yes, Gwen. Maybe we should pair up. Let's see. I don't know if the stream's frozen for anyone else. Let me know if you do. We do have. If you guys have more questions, put them in the chat. I got 2 questions because I was a little bit late, but seeing that here. Oh, got more. Right.
Yeah. More.
Arlene, Modern Vintage asks, what parties are you looking forward to the most this year, and what's your fave from last year? So the project I'm looking forward to the most is, I think, it's either a new ball gown, 1860s ball gown, which I shared earlier during the wholesale shopping video. I've got this beautiful teal silk that I ordered from Germany.
From Fucotex.
From Fucotex. I don't know how much that translates here. And with the beautiful vintage lace. It's either that or I'm sort of in my Belle Epoque era again, or period, and there's this beautiful dark blue and red wool walking suit that I really want to make, which has this beautiful sort of like tulle inlays and stuff, so that sort of challenged me. I think it would be a challenge to figure that out. Let me see if I find that. And I think my favorite project from last year, I think, is my corset and my purple 1830s dress, which is basically one of the few things that I made. Corset mainly because of comfort, because this one is way better fitted and made than my previous one. So that's more from comfort point of view. And then my purple dress, because I don't know. I mean, if you know me well enough, any 1830s is. Yeah. What are? While I go look up the picture, you tell what your.
I didn't read. Well, my only project currently is the Star Wars droid costume. Like, well, I can also have a quick, because I made a.
I don't know how well this shows up, but yeah, I don't know if you can see like the sort of Greek tulle inlays, the swirlies at the bottom. I really love that.
For those.
Okay, we have some hiccups in between that I think we freeze from time to time. Sorry, guys. I don't know if there's anything we can do about that. Commercial when I do that. You get commercials during a live stream? Oh, that's new.
It's not good. What I wanted to say, for those who are not following me on Instagram.
Yes. Use the wasted coat.
I'm making this.
Thank you, Bernadette, for coming. I'll speak to you soon, hopefully. Good luck with working. Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't know. Oh, sorry for any freeze moments or hiccups and commercials. Sorry. Marie-Laure says you could also look at Drought, which is an auction house. I'm a little bit hesitant of auction houses because I'm a person that gets easily carried away. And yeah, I sort of have that you never can get like a real good steal at auction houses for some reason. My experience at least. Oh yeah, Desiree, I will put it in the Insta stories for you guys. A higher latency. Can I do that during the stream? I don't know what this is. I've never done this before. I don't even see like a.
Well, there's an edit button in the.
Yeah, but I think that's for later. I don't dare to click on stuff to mess it up.
Well, I guess we're already in for at least 40 minutes, so.
We are? Oh, geez.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we got a few more questions.
Okay. Yeah.
If you guys got questions, you can put them too. Stephanie says the Leeam.info, which we game with, says you two are the cutest couple. Love to you both. We love you too, Stephanie. Thank you for looting and
doing pirate
and
stuff.
Sinking pirate ships with us. We have a lot of fun with you, and we love you. Okay, I am trying. Okay, ask where do you get supplies? You know, anywhere to get linen thread. Oh, I think that's Marina.
Yeah, we did that.
Okay, well,
projects.
Well, that's what the walking suit and the ball gown. I have so many. I still have for the Victorian ball in Bath that's organized by Isabella from Prior Tire. At first, we really wanted to go, but then because it was like the week before or the week after our own ball, we decided not to go because that would be a lot to end travel to the UK and then like the week after have our own ball for which we needed to prepare. So we sort of decided not to go with pain in my heart because a lot of our friends were going. And I do have a dress for that. Well, I don't. Well, technically not. I started making a dress for that time period like a couple of years ago, and that's actually Queen Maud's dress, like the sea green bluish dress with a lot of embroidery, and I'm not really happy with how that's turning out. And over the years, I've learned more techniques, so I still really want to make the dress, but maybe start from scratch. But that would be a really good dress to have.
That one you tried to make, but you had to throw in the towel?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like, okay.
Yeah, that many years ago. Plus, we don't have that time period. Well, not an evening wear. So he has it. The men have it easy because basically, sort of from mid 1800, you can just start wearing white tie.
Yeah,
and you're set. I mean, there are some cuts, sort of minimum changes, but they're so minimal. But the ladies go to such a huge change from every decade that we just need more clothes.
For me, I was kind of lucky to find a suit, a white tie suit from the 1920s.
Yes.
That kind of fit me.
Mm-hmm.
So which
the pants are a little bit on the short side.
Yeah, because I'm a tall boy and people were not as tall, and the pants are a bit on the small side. But if I'm wearing
short side,
the short side, so there my legs are too long. But if I'm wearing the knee,
so I made him a pair of silk black, well, not silk, satin breeches, because especially that was more, I think, the French fashion. Like in the 1860s, they wore like white tie, but instead of long pants or trousers, they wore breeches. So especially for whenever we go to a French ball,
I wear that.
He usually wears the breeches. So then we don't really have a problem with it. But
Dutch problems.
Dutch problems, yes, tall guys. Just sort of off track. I don't know if any of you guys watch Supernatural, but they always mention about Jared and Jensen being like so enormously tall, and because Jared is, I think, somewhere 2 meters long, and Jensen is
6 foot something. He's
my size. Yeah, right? He's your size, and they call him like, oh, he's so tall. It's like,
and I'm like, I'm average.
He's the same size as him, so but. For I think American standards, that's really tall. But yeah, sidetracks. If you ever want to find vintage wear, if you're ever in Amsterdam, you need to find men vintage wear. Tommy Page in Amsterdam. He is located at the Negenstraatjes, the 9 streets. So that's like a sort of small business area in Amsterdam. It's it's in the city center. It's called the 9 Streets. And there's Tommy Page, and he sells mantiques, as he calls it.
Yeah. And I got my suit from him.
Yeah, and it's an original.
It was, an original. 20. It's now almost 100 years old suit.
Yes.
And I wear that one when I need a white tie.
Yeah. And it's like in perfect condition.
Save Tommy on Google Maps.
In case I ever go. Yes, and Nicholas, if you ever go to Amsterdam or in Amsterdam or whatever near the city, please let us know. And
give me a call.
If you feel like it, we can hang out.
Yeah. Oh, that would be so much fun.
Yes.
We can show you around.
We can show you around and stuff. Corinna's here. Hello. All of our friends are here. So nice to see you guys.
And so for the men,
Captain.
For the men, it's it's easy because that suit was a good investment because I've worn it a lot.
Yes, and was not even that expensive. Well, we got sort of a little bit of
we know Tommy. He's a friend of ours, so he gave us a good price.
Yes, and. Yeah, you've already worn the heck out of that suit, and it's still in pristine condition for something that's 100 years old.
I think I paid $250 for it, basically steel, because.
And the only thing not included were shoes and your shirt.
Yeah, because he was kind enough to give me a the vest and a bow tie. So yeah, definitely when time and travel permits and the shops are open, definitely should visit them again.
I've not, well, before, I think it was maybe in 2020 still, I went and visited him. But yeah, that seems like a lifetime ago already.
Also because
nice.
we also, of course, saw Tommy often when we did the tweet ride.
Yes, we go to the tweet ride. If it's organized.
Yeah, the tweet ride is a bicycle tour, and everyone wears tweed. That's basically it.
Not everyone.
Well, yeah,
it's
slash vintage
it's sort of
clothing, vintage dress code.
Yeah.
And it's also the fun thing about it is that it's not historical, and it's just like hanging around with people, like-minded people.
Yeah.
So
that's also how we sort of got into the vintage community. We're not really
paid $90.
That's a good
Nicholas.
deal. Nice. Yeah, we are. I mean, I sort of like the vintage clothing and history bounding and stuff, but I'm not. I also really like my novelty pajamas. So yeah, we are not. Well, I'm not hardcore like vintage wearer and style and stuff, and you are like absolutely not.
No, but there's also
it's too much effort.
It's too much effort. For me, I think it's not always practical. Like, wearing a 3-piece suit to work. As an engineer, I also have to do like actual dirty work, and I'm not going to do it in a 3-piece suit. So
you could wear a lab coat. Just
vintage coveralls.
Yes.
So yeah, but I don't know.
It's also a thing. Just it doesn't happen overnight as well.
Yeah, because when especially like when I see Danny Wellington, I'm like, oh, he's so cool, and his clothing are like chef's kiss.
And Tom, I mean, Tom van het Hof. He's a Dutch tailor and friend of ours, and his, I mean,
the stuff he makes,
and his girlfriend Noortje, they are friends of ours, and I mean, every day they are just, as we say in Dutch, door een ringetje te halen. I don't know how that translates in English, but they're just, their style is
to the notch.
They're just chef's kiss.
Yeah, but I'm too lazy, I guess.
I'm sort of lazy. I mean,
put on a t-shirt.
I put on makeup today for the live stream. I haven't worn makeup in weeks.
I've put on
because you were too lazy to do your hair.
I didn't want to do my hair. So
yeah. This lockdown perks, I guess. I don't know. But yeah. Bart says, think it's realistic that forced will happen or too early. I don't know which one you're referring to, if you're referring to the ball or the market. Probably
your ball, because he bought tickets.
Yes. I think, yeah. We don't know, man. It's so I haven't really talked about it with my sister recently, because it's Melchior, me, and my sister that organized the market, and that we had planned for end of February, 1st of March weekend. And with lockdown, how it is going, that is not realistically going to happen.
No,
so maybe later in the year, or we just have to skip a year. And for the ball, that's even more riskier because we can't social distance from each other. For a ball, you actually have to have physical contact and have to be in close proximity with people. We are. I might reveal a little bit of a secret here. We are actually. There's a how do I put this? There's a really, really big chance that we might change venues. I found a beautiful venue, but yet because of the whole pandemic situation, I can't move forward. I can't make concrete plans. I can't book the joint because we have no idea when we are actually able to do stuff. So once there's light at the end of this really, really, really long tunnel, I will update you guys. And yeah, people that have bought tickets for the ball, if you want your money back, you can have your money back, obviously. But either way, your ticket will be guaranteed once it does happens.
New venue.
Tom has and makes beautiful clothes. Yes, he does. He is a master tailor, in my opinion. And I hope to maybe learn stuff from him, tailoring wise.
If we have booked head low.
Wait, you sold your car, Bart? Well, you probably wouldn't have needed it the last year, I guess. But yeah, transportation, that's a thing. Yeah. We'll keep you up to date about locations and when dates and stuff. You'll be one of the first people to know. And no, we did not book Belize at Low because, well, if you want to sponsor Bart, maybe. Yes.
Is that even possible?
Yeah, you can book. I think the place where they have like the high tea.
Oh, okay.
That's sort of their ballroom, but yeah. So the reason why we were looking for a new venue is because shortly after that we sort of announced the venue and the ball. We realized that the location is not really ideal for people that are coming from abroad or not from close by, because there's the public transportation is not really optimal there. I mean, there is a train station, but you have to walk quite a distance. There's a bus, but you have to make a reservation for the bus. Airbnbs are not really close by, or very scarce, or already booked. So that was sort of an issue that we ran into. Plus, that there was no place for people to get dressed that were not staying the night. So I found a location that has actually a place where people can sleep on property, and it has a beautiful ballroom, and it's bigger, so there's more space for people to come. Transport still might be not mostly ideal, but my dad has offered to play like cab driver and pick people up from the airport if they want, which he couldn't do during the initial date because he was actually on holiday. But we make sure that he won't be on holiday for the new date. Yeah. Let's see. What kind of music do you guys like best? Asks Joanna DH. I think the music that we have in common is like 80s rock music.
Yeah, like classic rock. 70s, 80s stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm
The Who.
I'm
not The Who, but The Who. The
HU,
which is a what is it?
Mongolian metal band.
Yes.
Well, I'm
with Tibet throat singing.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm myself mostly like a metalhead, I guess. Yeah.
And I listen to a lot like a lot of show tunes,
Oh,
musical
you should have
soundtracks.
you should have seen Nikki's
Spotify
thing.
It says that oh, these are the artists that you've listened to the most. Lin-Manuel Miranda, Leslie Odom Jr. I've listened to once Hamilton came out on Disney Plus. I've listened. I'm someone that can listen to soundtracks like on repeat, like obsessively on repeat. I think a little bit to the annoyance of you sometimes. I don't know. You've never complained about it, but yeah.
Well, if I'm in my own room, I don't really hear your music, so
yeah, we both have our own
space
rooms, like craft rooms.
This is Nikki's.
Yeah. And I listen, besides show tunes, I also listen to a lot of like soundtracks, like movie soundtracks. And one that I've been listening to a lot is the Emma, the new Emma movie soundtrack. I know it's sort of like classical but also whimsical, and I sort of really like that. And previously I listened to a lot of Paramore. I sort of lost interest in Paramore a little bit, as they're not really active and the lead singer went solo. But that's sort of a leftover of my, I think, my emo and skater and also me from my teens, I guess. And Disney songs, a lot of Disney songs. I see Anna says, I can walk the distance. Yes. I think one of my all-time favorites is from Mulan, I'll Make a Man Out of You. I don't know why. It's just, there's something in the beat and the like, I don't know. Let's see. Nicholas wants to come to the ball too. Yes, please. There are so many. Maybe we should change the name into the Costubers Ball, because there are so many people from the costume community that want to come. Bart asks, sure, what's the account number? I'll text you. Okay, so I have to. Yes, Fanny. Well, I don't say you have to, but come over to the dark side, to the 1830s dark side. Join us.
We have balls.
What?
We have balls.
At the ball.
Yeah, well.
What?
The joke is like, come to the dark side.
Oh,
we have cookies.
We have balls.
we have balls.
Okay. We're gonna finish up here, guys, because he already passed the year, so I'm just gonna finish the chat. Yeah. A ball location that has good public transportation is really hard to find in us. It is.
Just a good venue. Finding a proper venue.
Finding a historically accurate, like a setting that's in a historical setting
and affordable.
And that's affordable and big enough for like doing the dances, because I've sort of went on the wedding locations path, because a lot of people want to like marry in castles and like chateaus or whatever, and that's how I found this place. And they are sort of already catered to organizing sort of events, but they're usually weddings. But usually the party at weddings are just, people have a DJ and they dance, and they usually stay in sort of a square meter spot when they dance. Well, at balls, you see every corner of the ballroom. So we need room to move around in, and especially I think we want to alternate with the time periods for the balls. So if we're ever gonna do like 1860s, we're gonna have like lots of space with all the elliptical crinolines. So yeah, venues are very hard to find.
Yeah.
Or that are affordable. And they tick all the boxes. So yeah, that's right. Something that's and that's why my dad offered to play for a
cab
driver, a free cab driver. Hole in the wall. Oh, Sarah loves the Heat too. Yay! That's so. Oh wait, it jumped. Okay.
Hole in the wall.
Oh wait, it's the best dance ever. Wait, I think we know that one.
Yeah, it sounds familiar. Probably done it.
Yeah, I'm really bad at the names of the dances. I usually I know it once they start explaining the first thing of, oh wait, we've done this one before. What I didn't know.
Corina didn't know I was a metalhead.
Oh yeah.
And yes, Fear Factory rings a bell.
Mm-hmm. The Emma soundtrack is amazing and on repeat as well. Yes. Folky, Maddie Pryor is a goddess. Is that folk music? Should I look that up?
The Emma, maybe, I guess she did the Emma soundtrack.
Oh, is that? Oh. Don't know. Laura wants to come to the ball too. Yes, please come. All come. That's also a thing that we noticed with the market, that usually when it's the first time you organize something, people are sort of hesitant and they sort of want to like
see the pictures and the reviews, I guess, online.
Yeah, before they start to go. And that we noticed that with the first market that we organized, because I think the second time we organized, the attendance was like quadrupled or tripled. So yeah. But yeah, please come. the more people come the first time, the better we can like improve the organization, and
Yeah, and maybe even make it a like a yearly thing or something.
Well, that was sort of the plan, to do it yearly, but if it's really a success, because there are not a lot of balls that are organized in the Netherlands specifically, because we go to Belgium and France. We can maybe do it twice a year. I don't know.
Who knows?
It all depends on you guys, on the attendant and the people that come. Let's see. Oh, Rebecca is here. Hi, Rebecca. Yes, you already have the attire. Please come to the 1830s ball. You can guess why. I've seen a lot of them the last 10 years in this. Yes. So, Corinna, I said there are not a lot of balls organized in the Netherlands. There are balls organized, but they're all Regency. Well, like I think 95% are all Regency, and we want to do other stuff than Regency. So, and yes, we do have options, a lot of options in Europe, especially in France. There are so many chateaus in France. It's ridiculous. Yeah, but France, you would have transportation problems for people that come from outside of Europe.
Everyone. Because
yeah, but like the Netherlands has a pretty good like train system. So when you arrive in public transportation system. So when you arrive in Amsterdam, it's pretty easy to get places by public transport. But in France, maybe not so much. There could be somewhere in Leiden for a ball. I can check it out. Yeah, I think I might know which organization that is. How did you learn the old style dance? So usually at a ball there's a dance master. Sometimes there's even like a dance initiation like the day before or the afternoon before.
Yeah.
And it's sort of a dance rehearsal, and the dances get explained in detail and stuff. And then in the evening it's like a sort of a short introduction or explanation. Oh wait, this is what we did this afternoon.
Yeah, or
and you can do it.
Or
but
they
the
do
more
a combination, like
yeah.
So like they do the whole thing. There is the dance master explains the whole thing, and then some of them don't, and some free waltzing and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it alternates with free dancing, like free waltzing or free polka, free gallop, with actually choreographed dances. The more that you go to these events, the more familiar you get with the proper terms.
Yeah.
So even if you don't know the choreography, but if the dance master calls like, oh, do a vis-a-vis or
chain anglaise
or moulin, you know what you have to do next.
Yeah,
you know the dance steps, but you don't know the choreography, but you do know the dance steps. And because he's calling what you have to do next, you actually doing the choreography. So
yeah, because most of these, especially these dances, are just
basic steps.
Yeah.
That are just
like
put in a bowl and they hustled up and you have a new choreography.
Yeah, first do this step, and then do this figure, and then that figure, and yeah, it's like they just mix it up. So.
All right. Your dad is the best. Yes, I think my dad is the best, but I think everyone thinks their dad is the best. Yeah, Bart, I'm sorry. I don't think it's wise to have your sword or saber while dancing. It's not really practical. Desiree says the only reason I did not get tickets was because I did not have the time to sew in 1830s. Well,
you got enough time
you've
now.
got enough time now because we don't even have a date anymore. Yes, start now. And you can wear it to picnics. Yes, exactly. Yes, wedding vest. That does have priority though. I'm looking forward to see what you make. For friends, if you come by plane, renting a car is the way to go. Yes, probably. Or try and find people that you can share a ride with or carpool, if you're comfortable with that. That are also going to that same event though. Not, I wouldn't go hitchhiking. Yes, the dance are building blocks. Maybe we can do one day when we see Olivia. Maybe we can do a video that has that explains the French quadrille. Maybe.
Yeah, who knows?
But that's whenever we can see Olivia again, and we have space to set that up. Actually, no promises, but maybe we can make video on how to do a French quadrille. But yeah. Right, I think we're gonna wrap it up because it's been over an hour.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for watching, everyone. It was lovely to see all your names pop up and see so many familiar names and new people as well. I hope you stick with us the new year.
Hopefully we can do stuff together
and we
in meet space.
Yes, and we see you all and hug you guys and meet new people and stuff.
And meet the people who we met through the costume community.
Yes. To actually, to meet. I mean, we already met Gwen in real life during the last picnic, which was really. Oh, Yule! Yule's here as well. Hi, Yule. Yeah. So I wish everyone a happy new year and a safe and healthy new year.
Stay healthy,
and I hope this dumpster fire gets put out soon, and I don't want to say go back to normal, but go to a place where we can all enjoy each other's company again. And have fun
in close proximity.
Yes.
Without getting sick.
Exactly. All right. Thanks, guys. See you soon. Love you. Thank you for watching.